And good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me on Bills2Cents.com as we get ready for another terrific racing at Saratoga this Saturday. The weather, again, absolutely beautiful out. Another gorgeous day to be at the track or outside anywhere for that matter as we continue to roll along through summer. And dare I say it, 1 week away from the Travers Stakes, lining up to be a great race. Probably your three main contenders right now: Palace Malice, Verrazano, and Orb. We will talk about the Travers Stakes a little bit later on next week, but today it is time for the fillies to take center stage. The Alabama Stakes, Grade 1 race at Saratoga, mile and a quarter. The 10th race on the 12-race card at Saratoga today. Post time is 5:45. Again, the race will be on NBC Sports Network along with the Sword Dancer, which is the 9th race on the card. That is a terrific race as well. But we will focus on the Alabama here for this video preview. And there is a field of 6, but it is now down to a field of 5 with the scratch of number 1 Telegreat Story. So only 5 horses in this race. And of course you have the heavy favorite in Princess of Sylmar at 3-5 in the morning line, breaking from post number 4. We will start with number 2, Montana Native for Ken McPeak with jockey Junior Alvarado. Now, Montana Native has put together a nice effort in his last 2 races, and his last race was a nice stakes win here at Saratoga on July 24th. The one issue with this horse is, can she get the mile and a quarter distance? But that is a question mark really with all of these horses. She is definitely improving in her form, and at 10-1 in the morning line, she will go down a little bit, and really all these horses will with the scratch of Telegreat Story. But Montana Native, I think, will still be a live price in here. Don't know if she can beat Princess of Sylmar, but if you're looking to play her in the exotics, she might be a very good play. Number 3 is the lightly raced Galloping Giraffe for Regime Mirage. Todd Pletcher, Mike Rapoli owned horse here. Galloping Giraffe last ran July 31st here at the Spa, finishing second in a race, going a mile and an eighth. It seemed like this horse, she had to drop down to Maiden Claiming Company at a race back in June in Belmont to finally get that maiden win, and then she had that one effort at Saratoga where she ran second. But this was a nice purchase for $130,000 in the Keeneland sales back in 2011. And starting just to right now, this is the most lightly raced horse in the field. And again, I don't know if she can be on top for win honors in here, but if you want to use her in the exotics, she'll be a good price. She's even higher than Montana Native. Galloping Giraffe is 20-1 in the morning live, and we nearly saw Regime Mirage put a long shot on top on Friday's card in a 7-furlong race. So Regime Mirage is a jockey that might be getting hot, and a guy who might be able to put Galloping Giraffe on the board in this race. And number 4 is Princess of Sylmar. Javier Castellano, Todd Pletcher, the jockey trainer combo here. And Princess of Sylmar, ever since the Kentucky Oaks, is just hitting her best stride. And really, I was slightly disappointed to see this Alabama come up so short. No Dreaming of Julia, no Close Hatches. 2 horses that we saw were in downstate at Belmont in the Mother Goose. But Princess of Sylmar is a horse that continues to stay on the track, and a win here in the Alabama today for Princess of Sylmar, I think, locks up the best 3-year-old filly in the country for her with the win today. But her figures are just significantly better than any other horse in here. I know some people might say 50 Shades of Hay, who we'll get to in a little bit, might be in for the upset today, but Princess of Sylmar just is simply better than these horses, and if she runs to her form, there's no stopping her. And the scary thing about Princess of Sylmar is that Todd Pletcher has said she hasn't even run at her best distance yet. He thinks the mile and a quarter suits her best. She had to go a mile and an eighth in the Kentucky Oaks, a mile and an eighth in the Coaching Club American Oaks, and now she's stretching out to maybe even a more preferred distance of a mile and a quarter in today's Alabama. She is going to be very tough to beat and will be my top play in today's race. Number 5 is Carnival Court at 15-1 in the morning line at Rod Ortiz Jr. and Kieran McLaughlin. Now, for those who don't remember, those two won the race last year, the Alabama, with Questing, who put on a magnificent performance going to the lead, pulling away in the stretch to win the race, and they're back at it today with Carnival Court, who is at a price. The horse has won his last 2 races, broke his maiden downstate at Belmont, and then in July at Belmont won an allowance race going the 1-turn mile down there. So there are some question marks with this filly. Can she go 2 turns? Can she get this distance? I don't know. If you want to play her, the price will be there. But I just think there's too many question marks for Arad Ortiz Jr. and Kieran McLaughlin to repeat in the Alabama this year. And number 6 is the only other stakes winner in this race other than Princess of Sylmar, and that is 50 Shades of Hay for John Velasquez and Bob Baffert. 50 Shades of Hay won the Black Eyed Susan down at Pimlico, and then last out won the Iowa Oaks with a different jockey in the saddle. This is the first time that John Velasquez is aboard 50 Shades of Hay, but being the only other stakes winner in this race, you have to think that 50 Shades of Hay is the only other legitimate contender in here to Princess of Sylmar. And this horse is also going a mile and an eighth for the first time. The Iowa Oaks was just a mile and a 16th. So distance, well, I mean, if this race was a mile and an eighth, I think you'd have more of a case for 50 Shades of Hay. But being that we're going a mile and a quarter, Todd Pletcher so confident in his filly going this distance, it's very tough to go against Princess of Sylmar in here. I will take 50 Shades of Hay, though, for a second, chalking it out here in the Alabama. So I don't expect to see a heavy exacta payout in this race whatsoever. And for third, I landed on the 2 Montana Native, who really seems to be an improving horse, but I just don't know if she's better than Princess of Sylmar or 50 Shades of Hay. So 4-6-2 for me, 4-6-2 in today's Alabama Stakes at the Spa. Thank you so much for watching here on Bill's 2 Cents, and best of luck at the track.